Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. In the interest of your safety and enjoyment of today's events, please listen to the following message. According to New York State law, there is no smoking in the event center. For your safety, please note that fire exits are clearly marked by exit signs. Kindly take a moment to identify the location of the fire exit nearest you, keeping in mind that it may be behind you. In the event of an emergency, an alarm will sound and you should calmly and safely exit the building at that time. Thank you.
Faculty Grand Marshal John Starks, and I would like to call to order the commencement of the College of Community and Public Affairs of the State University of New York at Binghamton. Everyone, please rise as you're able. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We welcome you to join vocalist Nicole Brooks in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated.
Good afternoon, CCPA 2018. As president of Binghamton University, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this College of Community and Public Affairs ceremony. This is a special ceremony as we bring together our master's and baccalaureate candidates for graduation, as well as their families and friends. Congratulations, graduates. Before we proceed with our program, I would like to welcome members of the Binghamton University Council who are joining us today. Linda Beamer, Catherine Grant Madigan, and Dennis McCabe. I would also like to introduce our special guests. They will stand as I call their names. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Donald Lehman, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. Joanne Navarro, Vice President for Operations. Brian Rose, Vice President for Student Affairs. Christina Lambright, Associate Dean, College of Public and Community Affairs. Gloria Meredith, Founding Dean of the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. Michael McGough, Senior Vice Provost and Chief Financial Officer. Pam Mission, Platform Party Marshal, Public Administration Professor, Associate Faculty Advisor to the President. David Campbell, Associate Professor, Public Administration. Jacob Feinig, Visiting Assistant Professor, Human Development. Candace Mulcahy, Associate Professor, Chair, Teaching, Learning, and Educational Leadership. Victoria Rizzo, Associate Professor, Chair, Social Work. Nadi Rabai, Associate Professor and Chair, Public Administration. Deborah Taub, Professor, Chair, Student Affairs Administration. Ali Charkulu, Honorary Degree Recipient. Gary Coble, Alumni Association President. Alexei Tikharamov, Visiting Assistant Professor, Public Administration. Denise Yull, Assistant Professor, Human Development. Courtney Ignari, Chair, Professional Staff Senate. Laila Davis Clarke, Graduate Student Speaker, Public Administration. Brittany Hall, Undergraduate Student Speaker, Human Development. And Nicole Brooks, Student Vocalist, Student Affairs Administration. Please join me in applauding these special guests. That's a long list. Let me also recognize the esteemed faculty members who have mentored and guided our graduates. Your efforts have been crucial to the intellectual growth and achievements we celebrate today. Will faculty on stage and in the audience rise? Please join me as we applaud their support of and dedication to the success of our students. This is a joyous time for us all. However, this year also has been marked by tragedy, as members of the campus community were shocked and dismayed to have two of their classmates, Haley and Joao, die in truly horrific circumstances, while a third student, AJ, died near his home in January. Please join me in a moment of silence in remembrance of them. Thank you. Today, Binghamton University is proud to recognize the scholarly achievements of our graduates. So let me begin by extending a welcome to them, you, and congratulate you for a job well done. And I also want to extend a special welcome to the family and friends who have joined you today to share in the joy of watching a loved one reach a rare milestone. As I look around at the sea of faces before me, smiling, excited, eager, and ambitious, these are the faces of the future, shaped by the experiences and values we encourage at Binghamton. And what are these values? Our campus seal, created more than 50 years ago as Harper College became the State University of New York at Binghamton, proudly proclaims the ideals that guide us: unity, identity, and excellence. The first of these, unity, properly describes the community we create here, inclusive, with peers and classmates, professors and staff from diverse backgrounds who come together to learn, discover, and serve. Our graduates have developed a common bond, the Binghamton Bond, that will be theirs for a lifetime. And secondly, identity. Today's graduates are leaving a university that is both dedicated to the academic disciplines and committed to the sharing of knowledge across departments, disciplines, and borders. As students, they've learned to ask unexpected questions, to engage in and welcome open dialogue. Equipped with this broad knowledge and commitment to inquiry, they are prepared to go into the world pursuing innovative solutions to important problems. And most importantly, excellence. The graduates before us today truly embody the ideal of excellence. They're among the best and brightest students in the nation and have already begun to use their talents to improve the world. Regardless of their plans for the future, business, graduate school, public service, or healthcare, I am confident that they will pursue their goals with determination and strive for intellectual and personal growth. These three words on our seal, unity, identity, and excellence, are the university's cornerstone, inspiring our students, faculty, and staff. But most important, these words continue to influence our alumni long after they graduate and begin life in the real world. These words, these values, will remain relevant as they provide an approach to life that not only produces great students, but also great citizens, eager to address the world's challenges. So let me take this opportunity to welcome our graduates into the next stage of their career. I look forward to learning of your many successes, and I hope that you will remain steadfast members of the Binghamton University community. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Provost Donald Lehman.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. That's better. This is an exciting time. It's a time to celebrate. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to commencement and to be among the first to congratulate you, graduates of the class of 2018. Congratulations. You are truly a remarkable group of students. At the time you applied to Binghamton, you demonstrated that you had the academic ability to succeed at one of the best public universities in the United States. And since you arrived on our campus, whether as freshmen, transfer students, or graduate students, you've not only shown that you were very bright, you have also demonstrated that you are hardworking, intellectually curious, and eager to make the most that this great university has to offer. You have shown that you have a great sense of humor, like to have fun, and also that you care deeply about serving others. You embody the balance that makes Binghamton University such a great place to study and to work. It has truly been a pleasure to have you as our students. I want to congratulate you on your many, many accomplishments, and I'd also like to ask you to stay in touch with us and tell us about the many, many accomplishments that lie in your future. Congratulations, class of 2018. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce Christina Lambright, the Associate Dean of the College of Community and Public Affairs.
Welcome, and congratulations, current CCPA students, as well as welcome to all those who have supported these students, faculty, staff, alumni, and family and friends of graduates. I'm delighted to be here today representing CCPA. Dean Bronstein sends her warmest congratulations, but unfortunately she could not attend today because she was attending her own son's graduation in Washington, D.C. this weekend. There are many things that I think set CCPA as a college and our graduates apart that make me proud to stand here today. One is our willingness to have tough conversations about some of the most important issues of our times. Things like racism, sexism, economic inequality, environmental justice, and globalization. At CCPA, we strive to give voice to those who have been voiceless. We also value the inclusion of all voices, not just with whom we agree. I am proud of CCPA students, faculty, and staff for being brave enough to have these tough conversations, even though they are sometimes painful. We don't get it right all the time, but we are trying our best to muddle through, and we are all always learning. Community engagement is another core value CCPA promotes. All of our programs have a community focus, although the specific community each program serves is different. Whether students are interested in the public or nonprofit sector, the fields of health, human services, education, or beyond, all are not just learning in the classroom, but they're also making a difference in the community during their time here. Each year, our students spend thousands of hours participating in service learning opportunities, internships, practicums, student teaching, and social work field placements, applying the lessons that they are learning in the classroom in the real world. In addition, I am proud of CCPA's student-centered learning environment. Faculty and staff focus on putting students first. We provide a first-class educational experience, challenging students to be critical thinkers, ask the hard questions, and examine their values and their understandings of the world. But the thing I am most proud of is CCPA students themselves. Our students have done some incredible things this year. Just a few examples include organizing special events like TED Talks at Binghamton University, raising awareness about disability accessibility issues on campus, partnering with global e-mentors to learn more about student affairs around the world, playing an instrumental role in social work's reaccreditation process, and raising over $4,500 for a Party with a Purpose for the Philanthropy Incubator Project, which gives money to local and international nonprofits. And it gets better. Our students are also going incredible places and will share CCPA values on their journeys. Among this year's graduates, we have future teachers, social workers, student affairs professionals, local government and nonprofit leaders, human rights advocates, physical therapists, nurses, speech pathologists, and Peace Corps and AmeriCorps volunteers. The path they are choosing is not an easy one. At their core, CCPA students are committed to thinking outside themselves and serving others. This is messy work. This is emotionally draining work. This is absolutely essential work. Congratulations, graduates. I think I speak for everyone here when I say I am so proud not only of who you are, but who you will become. As Mahatma Gandhi said, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. You have the knowledge and skills, graduates. Now find your passion and change the world.
Thank you, Dean Lambright, for your remarks. I am pleased to introduce Gary Coble, President of the Alumni Association Board. He'd like to share congratulations on behalf of the board. Gary?
Thank you, President Stenger. On behalf of the Binghamton University Alumni Association, it's my pleasure to congratulate you on your fantastic accomplishments. And to celebrate this very special moment, I'm pleased to give each and every one of you a free yet very valuable gift today. lifetime membership in the Binghamton University Alumni Association. You're welcome. This is something truly valuable. You are now a member of an organization with more than 130,000 members in all 50 states and over 100 countries. Your Alumni Association is one of the most important professional and social organizations you will ever join. Believe me, it's a hot ticket. We have almost 4,000 new members joining this weekend alone. I'm sure you've walked around campus at some point or another wearing a Binghamton sweatshirt or hat. As you move on from school today, I encourage you to continue to wear Binghamton on your sleeve. You are now an emissary and ambassador for Binghamton. Your success reflects on the school and other alumni, and the success of other alumni reflects on you. Among our many accomplished alumni are CEOs and senior management of leading corporations, leaders in the financial and legal industries, the most talented engineers, teachers, nurses, social workers, and professionals of all kinds, as well as media personalities, movie stars, and even a United States congressman. I look forward to the day when there are posters of you on campus as accomplished alumni. And I'll admit it, you guys are much more impressive than alumni of my generation. I'm reminded of this every time I meet a recent grad. I mean, I satisfied my science requirement by taking a geology class called Earthquakes, Whose Fault? And I took it pass-fail. So as you graduate today, I ask you to take 3 very important steps. Number 1, make sure that you are always digitally connected to the Alumni Association. Like us on our Facebook page, join our LinkedIn groups, follow us on Instagram and elsewhere, and visit alumni.binghamton.edu to make sure that your information is always up to date in our alumni directory, Be Connected. We can't find you for opportunities if you don't first find us. Number 2, don't be a stranger. The Alumni Association holds over 80 events each year around the country. Sign up, show up, and have some fun with your fellow alumni. And number 3, make new Binghamton connections. When you come across another Binghamton graduate, use that common bond to open a door. Tell older alumni how amazing our campus looks. I'm giving this same message to all graduates this weekend. You and I are now connected forever, and I'm looking forward to connecting with my 4,000 new best friends. You're a Bearcat for life, and I am honored to be in the same alumni association as you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. Good afternoon. My name is David Campbell, and I'm a faculty member in the Public Administration Department. And it's my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker and my friend, Ali Charkalu. Ali Charkalu is a friend of Binghamton, a son of Binghamton, as we typically refer to our alumni. But his path here and the work he's done since then is anything but typical. Dr. Charkalu grew up in the city of Izmir in Turkey. He earned his undergraduate degree from Boğaziçi University in Istanbul, and in 1994 earned his PhD in political science from Binghamton University. He's currently professor of political science at Koç University in Istanbul. And Ali Charkalu is a perfect speaker for this moment in time at Binghamton University. And here's why. Over the past several years, we've grappled as a society with what it means to live in a democracy and how we nurture and sustain it. This is a global issue and one with which Turks have struggled as well. As a scholar of democracy, Ali Charkalu has studied the challenging path to democratization in Turkey. He's the author of 10 books and edited volumes, over 40 journal articles, 25 book chapters, and produced numerous other publications. And for those of us who are academics, that simply means a lot. Ali has been a regular contributor on CNN Turk and is a source of commentary about Turkey for the New York Times and many other respected news outlets, where he's been asked to interpret current political events and discuss elections. No doubt, his insights about democracy in Turkey hold lessons for us here. And finally, Ali Charkulu has been a tremendous advocate for globalism and Binghamton University's role in Turkey. He's been a leader in cultivating strong, collaborative relationships between Turkish universities and Binghamton, making Turkey one of the leading sources of international students for Binghamton University. Please join me in welcoming Ali Charkulu. Ali, hoş geldiniz.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Stenger, Provost Lehman, Associate Dean Lambright, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, proud parents, and above all, graduates. I would like to thank you for giving me this honorary degree and for the privilege to address Binghamton University graduates. I'm humbled and moved by this generous recognition. Thank you. At this day and age, I think all commencement speeches start with a Google search. I also did a search as to who said what at different commencements. The downside of the search is that before too long it becomes a little discouraging because Uncle Google gives you the greatest speeches that were inevitably given by quite unordinary people. Inevitably, you come to think that you are no Steve Jobs, J.K. Rowling, or Sheryl Sandberg. So after a couple of hours of depressing searches, I decided to talk about commencement speeches in my commencement speech. As a tribute to commencement speech tradition, I should at least relate my professional experience with careers that many of you might also be willing to undertake. I chose an academic career in Turkey, which meant that life would not be comfortable. But I would be joining a distinguished group of Turkish PhDs from Binghamton Political Science Department. I knew 6 PhDs before me. Professor Serdar Atav of the Decker School of Nursing, who was instrumental in my coming to Binghamton, is here today. If Serdar, for instance, did not come to that Pat Metheny concert in New Brunswick, most likely I would not be here today with a career rooted in Binghamton. After my degree, 4 of my students came here and completed their PhDs and are now back in Turkey as faculty members. All in all, Binghamton has probably the largest contingent of political science PhDs in Turkey, and joining this group was important for me. After defending my dissertation in 1994, I spent another year doing research, teaching here, and waiting for my wife, Gül, to proceed in her PhD program. We returned back to Istanbul a year later. Gül was an all but dissertation PhD student at the time, but eventually had to leave that career path and start a new life in business, since I was to teach at a public university with an impossible salary. My divergent alternatives were either to teach overtime at different programs or get out of academia, and almost inadvertently, I took the nearly indiscernible path, and that has made all the difference for me. I did what I knew best and did research, basically. First 10 years of my career were spent on writing research proposals with different colleagues. I only worked with friends and office mates. We wrote dozens of proposals every year. In a couple of years, we established a good track record of academically sound data collection and analysis that was relevant for public policy concerning corruption, headscarf, the hijab issue, and the regulation of religion in politics, and Turkish foreign policy. The influence of Binghamton University continued for my research. I continuously consulted and worked with professors Michael McDonald, David Cingranelli, and more recently, Professor David Campbell here. When I look back, this strategy of working with good friends to do novel research and create policy-wise relevant knowledge was the best decision. We were hitting several birds, so to say, with just one stone. Not only did we enjoy one another's company and friendship, but also made ends meet and build a career in academia. I should underline that the time was also right for this kind of work. That is, doing nonpartisan research and being an independent commentator on public debates. Today, such an opportunity does not exist for academics in Turkey, who just cannot escape from being part of partisan bickering. Most commencement speeches also start with recommendations from the assumed to be wise and experienced to the folly of youth. I just told you to go work with friends or befriend your colleagues. Others say, take good care of your body, don't smoke, exercise, eat healthy, be benevolent, and respect people who are less powerful than you. Always be on the side of justice. Speak truth to power. Be compassionate, kind, and sincere. No one can disagree with these, but I'm afraid you basically learn little, if anything, from them. Knowing them is easy. Living them is the real challenge, and living these challenges may be an adventure in itself. Many commencement speeches also use metaphors referencing, for instance, travel, the passing of time and aging, and how these bring experience and result in valuable wisdom. Travel as a metaphor for life has been used at least since Homer's story about Odysseus' decade-long journey back home to Ithaca from Troy. When you read his story, you feel for the poor King Odysseus, trying to reach home. If life is travel, one should also have an allegorical destination, a home to be reached. As the Roman Stoic philosopher and rhetorician Seneca once said, if a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. I remember Shakespeare saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, then home should be a destination every traveler chooses on his or her own. You also will choose your Ithacas on your own. Many of you will be immersing yourself in public service. No one can tell you which issues you should pursue. You are likely to be working in difficult times. Democracy is not only in the developing world like my own, but also in the cradle of democratic regimes, are now feeling threatened with rising populist movements. Many of these show tendencies to turn authoritarian as well. Unfortunately, the United States is not an exception. In times like these, careers in public service may be very challenging. Public service career means a struggle for change. Social change, we all know, is ubiquitous, but purposeful social change is very hard to achieve. You will not have a scarcity of issues and challenges, and many of these will also involve social movements that increasingly thrive on technological opportunities to get people engaged via using the rapidly evolving new media environment. However, the results of these movements may not be quickly forthcoming simply because of its generation's almost exclusive reliance on this new media environment such as Twitter, Facebook, and the like. We have seen this happen in many places. A vivid example for me is from Istanbul's Gezi Park movement, which sparked a prairie fire but could not achieve almost any tangible policy changes. I here use the arguments most forcefully put forward by a young Turkish social scientist, Zeynep Tüfekçi, feeling somehow being part of the same tradition. She underlines the necessity to rely not only on the new social media technology, but also the old-fashioned, one-to-one, face-to-face organizational skills that nurture mutual trust. Otherwise, policy challenges will be unmet, and the wilderness of the status quo will reemerge after short-lived prairie fires. That cannot be a good thing. I will take the risk of perhaps contradicting my earlier arguments built around Odysseus and finish again with what Seneca said. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. When I wrote these pages, I was pretty sure that Odysseus had a good life. I'm not sure. I leave it up to you whether his return back to his home after the destruction of Troy and a torturous travel back to Ithaca, did he have a good life? I wish all of you a very good life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ali, for your thoughtful remarks. Hello, my name is Alexei Tikomerov. I'm a visiting assistant professor at the Department of Public Administration. Today, I'm honored to have the special privilege of introducing you to our graduate student speaker, Laila Davis Clarke. There is much to be told about Laila, so much to be shared about her fascinating path and her entire journey that brings her to this stage today. It has been a challenging, amazing, and at times scary path, requiring perseverance and endurance, with significant barriers that she had to overcome. Where did this journey begin? Let me take you back several years. Picture this. Here is Laila. She's 17, a Latina teenager growing up in a disadvantaged African-American community. One day, Laila is on the brink of a crucial life decision. By chance, she happened to be at a gas station where she sees an advertisement on the door, free distance learning program, with the promise to help and achieve a general equivalency diploma. The journey started that day for the young woman who initially doubted if she would ever complete high school. To this day, Laila has never stopped or given up. There is a lot of insecurity that comes out of being dependent on others to get by. As a child, it can influence and shape your social confidence and still haunt you later in life. Many of us here might be able to identify with that on some level. And Laila knows firsthand the barriers and insecurities of living in poverty and how it can chart a life course of failure for so many young people. Much of what has fueled her personal quest for education has been about building and rebuilding self-confidence for herself and others. She has made it her life purpose to help other young females in underprivileged communities to foster their self-confidence, self-esteem, and help them strive for higher levels of independence and achievement in every area of their life. Fast forward to today. Fueled by her own personal life experience, Laila has established herself as a scholar of social equity. She has focused her studies on how underprivileged minority women can self-organize and empower themselves by utilizing community-based financial tools. Very recently, Laila traveled to Washington, D.C. to present her social equity research. We are celebrating Laila's amazing story today. What makes her accomplishment so special is that her story, for all of its uniqueness, captures and represents something so many of us in this audience can identify with and feel very proud of. Please join me in welcoming Laila Davis Clarke.
Thank you, Professor Alexi, for your kind words. Good afternoon. I welcome our graduates, honored guests, faculty, and staff to this auspicious occasion of Binghamton University's 2018 commencement. I think I need someone to pinch me right about now to be sure that where I am standing in front of hundreds of people delivering a speech at the Public Administration's Master's graduation is a reality. I would be remiss not to thank God for arranging this momentous day for me. I have so many to thank for supporting me in this journey and so much to be grateful for. I admit that as a teenager, attaining higher education did not make it to even my wildest dreams. All I knew what was in front of me and nothing beyond what my eyes could see because of the socioeconomic status that I was in at the time. Unbeknownst to me, the path of higher education was just a darkened path that I had no idea existed. As a teenager growing up in an underrepresented African American community, I experienced a broken educational background. At 17, I decided to take my GED, studying through a free distance learning program on an advertisement on a gas station door. I enrolled in a community college and traveled as far as California to continue my education. Now, as a mother of 6 and a first-generation university graduate, I know firsthand the value that support in the form of education and achievements could mean. Today is much, thank you. Today is much of a celebration for my family as it is for me. I cannot leave this stage without thanking them for walking this journey with me with so much patience and support. You are my biggest fans. I do not remember when I had decided I wanted more for myself, but I will never forget the moment that I had taken action. I used to be ashamed to tell my story, but recently I have realized that my story is my journey and one that I am very proud to relate. My story serves as a lamp to the audience of the overlooked, the disadvantaged, and the underrepresented to light those perceived darkened paths to an opportunity of education and economic empowerment. And I say perceived because that's all it is, a seemingly impossible opportunity to achieve, and when in fact the opportunity is there. And I am here to help them achieve that. My experiences are what drove me to choose a degree in public administration, to develop the skills needed to use leadership as a pathway to servitude. My interests do not fall in what the people can do for me, but rather I am dedicated to what I can do for the people. For I aspire to lead through serving others. Although I always knew I wanted to serve others, and I knew early on that this was my life's career, however, the MPA program has over time developed and fostered my passion for public service. Through the rigorous curriculum and course description, I could have only imagined that the MPA program here at Binghamton was perfect fit for me. And while my imagination was correct regarding the rigorous program, it has proven to yield students who are not only professional, but well-equipped with knowledge and skills to implement the MPA's motto, changing the world in a practical way. I have been awed and wowed by the information put forth in the courses, the enlightening conversations from equity and equality, social justice, and learning the true essence of a street-level bureaucrat. I appreciate the professors and advisors, and with the grace of God, I have awakened from my dream and into a reality. I have been prepared to unleash talents and skills that once lay dormant. I just want to say to all of the graduating class of 2018, as I end my speech, undergrads and grads, to mark this day as a historical moment when we step out of our caps and our gowns and into our purpose. Best of luck. Once again, congratulations on a hard-earned and grand achievement. Thank you.
Thank you for telling your story, Laila. It was perfect. At this time, we will recognize the accomplishments of our master's degree candidates. Dean Lambright, please come forward for the presentation of our master's degree candidates from the College of Community and Public Affairs.
Will the candidates for master's degrees from the College of Community and Public Affairs please rise? President Stenger, as Associate Dean of the College of Community and Public Affairs, I am pleased to present to you these candidates who fulfilled all their master's degree requirements as prescribed by the faculty. Student Marshal Hannah Osman, please lead the master's candidates in the Department of Public Administration to the platform so that all may receive recognition for their academic achievement.
Hannah Miriam Osman. Hannah Summers Thaler. Abdul Wahid Ahmed. Chauki Adwa. Jason Daniel Flatt. Emily Rebecca Black. Molly K. McDowell. Rosu. Rusa, Ryan Rusa. You gotta give me the front side, Ryan. Sarah Elizabeth Bonici. Kiefer Peralta. Julia Vanessa Robles. Jessica Marie Nasklova. Reginald Thomas Gardner. You were great. Laila Davis Clarke. Joseph Breslin Kaplan. David Bass. Thor Holm. Kyle Michael Davis. Tinkai Wang. Stephanie Mix. Stephen Paul Baumgarten. Olushola Oluwole Ahadi. Manuel Jose Reina Cardona. Sam Mackenzie Clarke. Bridget Hannah Schmidt. Feng Ban Ningyun. Vivian Batista Ibanez. Laura Kemma. Casey Robb. Martha Rose Engel. Christina J. Kramer. Jacqueline A. Schultz. Corey Hankinson. Helena Herzog. Nancy Baldendisto. Jennifer Ann Nolan. Elizabeth French. Christina Battisti. Nicole Agnes Angelo. Jennifer Ariel Spencer. Kimana Kibriani. Sabrina Shorna. Clinton Joseph. Juliana Pereira. Diana Shirvenko. Emily Burgoon Childress. Harley Dawn Wise. Kara Leanne Fisher. Yangabi Ngo. Natalie Vanderlaan Meyering. Mohammed Segse. Desiree Ford. Your MPA? Amy Merck. Sorry. Arlene Anatali Arismi. Kendra Wagstaff. Michelle Marfa. Gregory Harris Komar.
School Marshal Akeem Samuels and Student Marshal Monique Setomaini, please lead the master's candidates in the Department of Social Work to the platform so they may receive recognition for their academic achievement.
Akeem Evander Samuels. Monique Sastamonian. Virginia Lee Evans. Rachel Christine Hondura. Victoria Cecilia Roman. Caitlin Claire Lappin. Jordan Marie Williams. Brittany Ann Bennett. Jessica Elliott. Caitlin Elizabeth Penquin. Hi. Tiffany Lynn Carr. Patrick James Belo. Bryce R. Farnell. Natalia Donna Vergara Berenda. Danielle Marie Peebles. Alicia Denise Clapper. Eboniqua Smith. Chanel Aaliyah Boyce. Felicia Chavone Green. Laura Bradley Sullivan. Chad Xavier Hinman. Kathleen Roseanne Lynn Peak. Nicole Teresa Sullivan. Griffin Elizabeth MacGyver. Bonnie Lynn Stathis. Caitlin Elise Rose. Dorothea Veretti Primavera. Jennifer Lauren Viviano. Rachel Nicole Beck. Esther Abigail Louise Just. Emma Lucy Picciano. Brooklyn Elaine Lee. Melissa Rose Millen. Kara D. Winston. Magdalena Clemente. Linda Hillary Figueroa. Congratulations. Mindy Sue Barnes. Shannon Christine Rudy. Hannah Midlar. Charles Wells Shaw. Amy T. Merck. Arlene Anatali Arisi. Screwed that one up. Erin Elizabeth Law. Kendra M. Wagstaff. Michelle Adrian Marfa. Gregory Harris Kumar. Marcus Larson. Jessica L. Mead. Holly B. Wellfell. Congratulations. Thanks. Tracy Lynn Kramer. Congratulations. Amanda K. Duncan. Susan Marie Towers. Matthew Allen Towers.
Student Marshal Cheyenne Gordon, please lead the master candidates in the Department of Student Affairs Administration to the platform so all that may receive recognition for their academic achievement.
Cheyenne Marie Gorton. Matthew Bradley Lesort. Nicole Brooks. Regan McGannon. Shunwen Wu. Kristen Lynn Thomas. Jesus Garcia. Aaron Alexander Perkins. Chelsea Pitcher. Lisa Marie D'Amelio. Alexis Catherine Smith. Brittany Nicole Richardson. Thomas Severin. Michelle Ray Kinney. Thomas Donald Mastro. William Leon Shu. Anna Victoria Rondon.
Student Marshal Kung Lu, please lead the master's candidates in the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Educational Leadership to the platform so all that may receive recognition for their achievement.
Kun Liu. Marissa Lorette Lawrence. Hi. Lucy Ann Spina. Jackie S. Beamer. Adam John Francis Cozina. Robert Constantine Tomaris. William L.A. Slentz. Melissa Mary Lawrence. Kathleen Rose Moskowitz. Caitlin B. Biagiotti. Vincent Paul Fredericks. Dominica Scarapiccia. Megan Kiesler. Cassandra Deanne Perkaski. Justin Ernest Richard Swart. Jacqueline M. Ferenzi. Justine Marie Fiallo. Scout Gabrielle Orr. Hanqing Wang. Ashley Noel Broderick. Joelle Antoinette DeJohn. Ariel Olivia Kennerup. Logan Alexis Ray DeRusso. Megan Elizabeth Rustine. Monica Ann Salva. Megan Elizabeth Bryan. Abigail Elizabeth Balo. Elizabeth Lee Weber. Mary C. Knapp. Libby Norton. Mary E. Weber. Courtney Bua.
All master's candidates from the College of Community and Public Affairs, please stand. As Associate Dean of the College in Community Public Affairs, I am honored to present to you these candidates for master's degrees in Public Administration, Social Work, Student Affairs Administration, and Teaching, Learning, and Educational Leadership.
For those who have successfully completed all degree requirements by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York and the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York, I confer on each of you the appropriate master's degree with the rights and privileges which pertain to that degree here and elsewhere. On behalf of the Binghamton University community, I congratulate you all on this well-earned accomplishment.
Recipients of master's degrees from the College of Community and Public Affairs may please be seated.
Welcome and good afternoon. I'm Jakob Feinig from the Department of Human Development. It is my great pleasure and honor to introduce Brittany Hall, our undergraduate student commencement speaker. I'm so glad that she represents the Human Development Program as well as CCPA today, because she exemplifies what we stand for: a dedication to the people we serve and a commitment to rigorous education. Her impressive CV includes Achieve New York, various schools in the Binghamton area, and she currently works at the Handicapped Children's Association. She's also fluent in sign language. Non-traditional students like Brittany bring so much experience and knowledge to the table, and we as faculty are always grateful to have them with us. I very much look forward to hearing about Brittany's experience at Binghamton. Please join me in welcoming her. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'd first like to thank all family, friends, administrators, professors, and fellow students for being here to celebrate commencement today. We embarked on this journey together, and it is fitting that we close this chapter together. Without support from all of you and each other, this would have never been the same. My name is Brittany Hall, and I probably don't appear to be your typical college graduate. That's because I'm not. I've never lived in a dorm. I've never been to a college party. I've never seen a frat house or studied with a group of peers in a common room pulling an all-nighter. I'm 33 years young. I completed the entirety of my bachelor's degree program while working a full-time job and falling asleep on Friday nights at 8 p.m. after watching Jeopardy! One of the things that I have noticed being a student in the Human Development Program is that every semester there are more non-traditional students. More of us who initially felt like we were just on the edge of the outside looking in, wishing that those young folks knew how great they had it. What I have learned, however, is that those traditional students aren't so traditional after all. At Binghamton University, I formed friendships, built a family of strong, level-headed, independent, and loving peers who are full of fire. Peers who know when to speak up and when to stand down. I have found amongst my peers that collectively we are an army of survivors, fighters, tough as nails, and soft at heart in equal measure. It took me a very long time, through many difficulties and small personal wars, to get to this stage today. What I do know for sure is that I wouldn't be here without the support, camaraderie, and encouragement of my peers and professors. This program became magical to me, and not because more than half of us are Harry Potter nerds with Deathly Hallows stickers on our laptops, but because there is no pressure and no unkindness. The UDC became my safe haven, and I couldn't wait to leave work to get to class. Had you told me that at 16 years old, I would be standing here today saying that, I would not have believed you. The biggest lesson I learned as a non-traditional student is that education is a gift. It is the most wonderful gift that you can give yourself. And sometimes when you open that gift, you find wonderful people wrapped in the brilliant ribbons of time, professors waiting to envelop you in their worlds and take you on journeys. But most importantly, you find yourself and feel yourself begin to blossom, to morph, and to become the person you were meant to be. And really, at the end of the day, isn't the point to become the best version of yourself possible? Thank you to Binghamton University's staff, faculty, and students for welcoming me, for guiding me, and for becoming one of the most important chapters in the book of my life. I will cherish my time here for all of my days to come, and I look forward to seeing where we all go from here. I hope that within our own personal trajectories, we somehow find a way to intersect. I want to thank my fiance for encouraging me and holding me up every step of the way. My brother, for reminding me that strength and courage are not something that I lack. My aunts, for cradling and nurturing my heart when it was at its most frail. And all of my family members for their never-ending and unwavering love and support. And finally, to my mom and dad, thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you for believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you for letting me stay on your insurance until I was 26. And thank you for giving me the best parts of myself, you. To my fellow students, keep your dreams as vast and as brilliant as you are. The future begins now. We did it.
Thank you, Brittany. At this time, we will recognize the accomplishments of our baccalaureate degree candidates. Dean Lambright, please come forward for the presentation of our baccalaureate candidates from the College of Community and Public Affairs.
At this time, we will recognize the accomplishments of our baccalaureate degree candidates. First, we will recognize students who have achieved Latin honors. Latin honors are based on a student's cumulative grade point average. We recognize 3 levels of achievement: cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. The names of the candidates for these honors appear in the commencement program. We will not announce each name, but we shall recognize students attending today by having them stand in place. Candidates graduating cum laude, please rise. You may be seated. Candidates graduating magna cum laude, please rise. You may be seated. Candidates graduating summa cum laude, please rise. You may be seated. My congratulations to all of your outstanding academic achievements. Will all baccalaureate degree candidates please rise? President Stenger, as the Associate Dean of the College and Community Public Affairs, I am pleased to present to you these candidates who fulfilled all their baccalaureate degree requirements as prescribed by the faculty. Student Marshal Brianna Jones, please lead the candidates to the platform so they all may receive recognition for their academic achievement.
Brianna Kelly Jones. Brittany Lee Hall. Alyssa Santiago. Maria Elena Girstante. Natasha Sharma. Hey. Megan Elizabeth Foglia. Ann M. D'Angelo. Joseph R. Evangelisti. Elizabeth Sarah Dower. Gabrielle Suzanne Rosenbaum. Sarah Ann Khalil. Allison Lynn. Amanda Lee Montana. Alexis T. McDowell. Kira Hanley. Helen Shah Shuli Nisa. Shunel Shah. Rachel Shin. Mikun Pak. Brian Ramon Paget. Emmanuel Esposito. Danat Sheshi. Francesco Shosha. Ariana Stone. Jamie Bergman. Julianne Ayana Nicolette. Grace Lorraine Weber. Catherine Annabelle Gleason. Ariana Ray Gismondi.
I'm hugging you, I don't care.
Melissa Tagney. Oh, you guys just did. Paige Dufresne. Serena Wilson. Calissa Sawyer. Uyisha Consoloa Adewole. Jessica Lynn Weedy. Casey M. Patron. Athena Silas. Evgenia Sergis. You. Sally Melendez. Brianna Alexis Snyder. Congratulations. Jennifer Caitlin Reese. Jana Loso. Jessica Lynn Walter. Emily Ray Tedesco. Abigail Greenbaum. Sadie Ilana Biale. Amanda Gershman. Galia Wild. Ashley Beater. Jamie Rosen. Lindsay Melba Morales. Oh, congratulations, darling. Courtney Allison Elliott. Adrian Scala. Angelica Renee Monea. Congratulations, baby. Jessica Lee Greenfield. Shannon F. McGowan. Emily Lindsay Maslin. Congratulations. Tiffany Christina Clarke. Natalie Catherine Cattell. Kelsey Shannon McCafferty. Alyssa Kostick. Alana Hannah Forsheimer. Brielle Mon. Rosa Maria Artizon. Jose Alberto Lopez, Jr. Sarah Savage. Rebecca Geller Wolf. Shira May Perret. Marissa Ann Staffreri. Dina Perez. Danielle Marie Gao. Brooke Ashlyn McKenna. Karen A. Brennan. Nicole Joanne Cortucci. Andrea N. Siapo. Jessica Tulo. Roseanne Biju Puliyamanda. Merlina Lynn Santos. Erica Candy Peters. Jillian E. Bovid. Jessica M. Rutherford. Jacqueline Kennedy. Rebecca A. Greenwald. Marissa Frank. Emily Rose Francis Michael Christian. Kirsten Lynn O'Grady. Jessica B. Dukowski. Haley Marie Mishlevy. Andrea Korn. Molly Malinowski. Miranda Jean Bernardes. Alyssa D. Diamond. Maria Louise Simpson. Victoria Z. Chen. Dominique Ira Taudu Supeko. Bimbola Uluki Bambozi. Halima So. Jocelyn Alexandra Rivera. Caitlin Field Ruiz. Anne Sophia Isaac. Ann K. Terry. Kara Marie Reynolds. Eliza Adler. Nicolette Rasciolano. Thank you. Alexander John Bronsky Mandel. Sierra Allen. Okay. And Monty Sabria Jones. Yarbeth Rodriguez. Johanna Figrari. Melissa Lariano. Eldest Granados Clarke. Keith Mermelstein. Samantha Wendy Leibowitz. Okay. Isabel Duvivier. Christine A. McCoon. Simone K. Shearer. Ariel Brianna Rosas. Catherine M. Chase. Jordan Eck. Yo Ohan Cha.
baccalaureate degree candidates please rise? President Stenger, I am honored to present to you these candidates for baccalaureate degree by the university.
For those who have successfully completed all degree requirements by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York and the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York, I confer each of you with the appropriate baccalaureate degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereof. On behalf of Binghamton University, I congratulate you for all your well-earned accomplishments. As is customary, upon conferral of the baccalaureate degree, you may now move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, partners, and friends, I present to you the Binghamton University Masters and Baccalaureate candidates from the College of Community and Public Affairs for 2018.
Will all rise as you are able? Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we sing the Binghamton University alma mater. We invite everyone to join in singing the refrain and second verse. The lyrics may be found on the back cover of the commencement program.
Are invited to join us at the University Downtown Center for a reception immediately following the ceremony. We hope to see you there.
The spring commencement proceedings of the State University of New York at Binghamton are now concluded. We kindly ask the audience to remain for the academic recessional. Once the academic recessional is completed, please exit as soon as you are able to allow the families of the next ceremony's graduates to enter. Thank you.